Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday, demolition has begun on this is the East Wing, correct?
Right.
The East Wing to put in Trump's ballroom. Now, first, the left lied to you and said that this was going to cost the taxpayers hundreds of millions of dollars, even though Trump said beforehand that he was going to pay for it himself. And even now, it's been confirmed yet again, Trump's paying for this himself. I am pleased to announce that ground has been broken on the White House grounds to build the new, big, beautiful White House ballroom. Completely separate from the White House itself, the East Wing is fully modernized as part of this process and will be more beautiful than ever when it is complete. For more than 150 years, every president has dreamt about having a ballroom at the White House to accommodate people for grand parties, state visits, etc. I am honored to be the first president to finally get this much-needed project underway with zero cost to the American taxpayer. The White House ballroom is being privately funded by many generous patriots, great American companies, and yours truly. This ballroom will be happily used for generations to come. President Donald J. Trump. But yet, that didn't stop the left from freaking out about it. Mm-hmm. People saying Trump's administration summarized in a photo. Can you go back to the original photo of them demolishing it? Someone even said, it might have been Newsom. It was Newsom. Newsom said Trump can do this, but he can't open the government. First of all, moron, the president's got nothing to do with the government shutdown. It would be the Dems.
Yeah, he's not a king.
Correct. He's not a king. You're right. If he was a king, the government would be open because no king would allow the government to close. And again, this is already privately funded, completely paid for, not by the taxpayer, but by generous donors and Donald Trump himself, separated from the government system.
I just can't believe this is the hill they wanted to die on yesterday.
Dude,
they're boring. They're boring.
And here's the thing. Again, this is quite literally the definition of building back better. Have you never renovated anything?
That's what I'm saying.
All right, but look, they're acting like this is the first time in history. In fact, they said if Obama had done this or if Biden had done this, that the GOP would be just livid about it.
Biden thought he was in a trailer park in Delaware. He didn't even know he was in D.C.
All right, so facts. Presidents have been renovating and expanding the White House for more than 100 years. I don't know if you guys knew this. It just started as a house. In 1902, President Theodore Roosevelt built the West Wing. In 1909, President William Howard Taft added the first Oval Office during a West Wing expansion. In 1933, President Franklin D. Roosevelt added a second floor to the West Wing. In 1934, he relocated the Oval Office to its current spot, completed the East Wing. Like I said, originally the White House was just a house and built an indoor swimming pool. In 1948, President Harry Truman began completely gutting and rebuilding the White House interior, preserving only the exterior walls. In 1970, President Nixon converted FDR's pool into the press briefing room. That's right. Every single day where Caroline Leavitt gives her White House press briefings, there used to be a pool there. In 1973, he added a bowling alley in the basement. How dare he? In 2009, President Obama, as stereotypical as this could be, upgraded the tennis court into a full basketball court. You can't make it up. Now, in 2025, President Trump has broken ground in a grand ballroom, modernizing the wing while privately funding the project. Look at all those historical photos of people destroying it and building it back better, quite literally. All right, let's go to the next little things. We got 5 minutes here. I'm going to show a little bit more on this here. This is Stephen Chung. Construction has always been a part of the evolution of the White House. Losers who are quick to criticize need to stop their pearl clutching and understand the building needs to be modernized. That's a picture of workmen taking down the ceilings and walls of the basement rooms. The east wall of the G18 is the foreground. May 25, 1950, Abbey Road. Now, yeah, here you go. Smithsonian Magazine. This is what the White House looked like when they were renovating it. Because that's what you got to do. And also, here's a rendering of what it's going to look like when it's done. Let's make these bigger. My, oh, my, oh, my. How hideous it's going to be.
That's nice.
What a draconian world we're living in. What a horrible, horrible sight this will be.
What a
dictator. Again, you see, to the left right there is the actual White House. Again, I say, that was the original building. People have been adding crap to it for 100 years. Let's go to the final slide. What's the final one here? Oh, how hideous.
Horrible.
What kind of president would do such a thing as this?
Horrible.
These people are morons.
They really are, man.
These people, you want to know why they don't want him to do it?
Full retard.
Is because they don't want him to pull off. They don't want him to pull it off because they know once it's built, everybody's going to be like, "Oh my God, why didn't we do this beforehand?" Like,
yeah, it's nice in here.
Like, oh man, it's really nice in here. I don't know if you've ever been to the White House, but the parts of the White House that you can actually go to, it's not a whole lot, and it's not very big. And so adding a 90,000 square foot ballroom, I feel like you can accomplish a lot of things while doing that. Everybody's still upset about the Rose Garden. Can we find a Rose Garden before and after picture? Yeah. Like we got 3 minutes. I just want to look. People lie to you. They show you pictures of the Rose Garden on a perfect day back in the day when it hadn't rained in a couple weeks, when the roses were bloomed and all this stuff. It was a mushy, gnat, mosquito infested. It was bad. It wasn't bad. 90% of the time, it was gross and nasty. And then Donald Trump turned it into an actual place that year-round, you can have assemblies and gatherings across the board. Everybody freaked out on the left. They lost their mind. Everybody on the right was like, oh, yeah, that looks really good. They just had a presidential Medal of Freedom ceremony. All right, Rose Garden before. So there you go. Okay, now I'll give it to you. See what I mean? This was taken on a perfect day. But what people don't point out is that's a flat area. And Todd, what happens to water on a flat area?
Yeah.
Just sits there, turns into a mush pile. All right, and now, if we've got a photo of it now, boom, there you go. It's an actual place where people can gather. You can have your little press briefings. You can have all this kind of stuff, and it's more functional. Again, we just had a very beautiful Presidential Medal of Freedom ceremony for my good friend Charlie Kirk right there on the news Rose Garden, on the new Rose Garden, not the news Rose Garden. Dear Lord, can you imagine? I can't wait to see what the press will say when they renovate the White House press briefing room. They're kicking out the press. They're taking away our First Amendment rights. No, you all suck anyway. Can we go? You got Caroline's real quick? We got time. Can we go to Caroline just clapping at a fake news journalist really quick? I just want to read this because it's so amazing. Hit that like button. We're at the end of the show. Make sure to hit that share button. But we got to share you Caroline Levitt's.
The text.
Yes, the text. I believe this was to a Huffington Post journalist.
And she posted it. Caroline posted herself.
All right,
she's like,
let's go. All right, here we go. All right. Is the president, this was the question, is the president aware of the significance of Budapest? In 1994, Russia promised in Budapest not to invade Ukraine if it gave up the nuclear weapons it inherited when the Soviet dissolved. Does he not see why Ukraine might object to that site? Who suggested Budapest?
I didn't.
Well, then Caroline Levitt said, your mom did.
I love it.
And then this person says, is this funny to you? And then she said, it's funny to me that you actually consider yourself a journal. It's supposed to be a journalist. You are a far left hack who nobody takes seriously, including your colleagues in the media. They just don't tell you that to your face. Stop texting me your disingenuous, biased, and BS questions. Can we give some American flags in the chat for Caroline Levitt? We got to rate to Vince, but man, oh man, I love that. Who recommended the site? Your mom
Your
did.
mother did.
Your mom did. Is this funny to you? Stop texting me. That's what I'm just going to stop
it.
texting me. You're disingenuous,
I'm just gonna start replying
biased
to you, Graham.
BS
Your
questions.
Mom.
Your mom
Your
did.
mom.
Who knows? Either way, your mom did.